welcome to another workout vlog. Yesterday was the Festival of Colors, okay, and largely it has passed very peacefully, or else not exactly peacefully. There are some random incidents where some clashes happened, but so if you look at the like I keep telling all the others as well, you don't need to study the ancient history of Bharat. You don't need to study the medieval history. And for those of you who are layman to the subject of history, medieval history is the period of Islamic plunder and all that. Okay, so you don't study all of that as well. If you think that that would make you communal or that would incite hatred inside of you, don't do that. What you can do is read the contemporary history. Okay, read from the starting of 1900s. What exactly has happened in this country? How was it partitioned? Who voted for the partition? Who took the call on behalf of the entire populace of Bharat that it's okay to, hand over some territories of this holy land of Bharat to a certain community because they feel threatened about. Okay, so you should read these things. You don't need to read ancient medieval. Just read the contemporary history. And once when you are done reading the contemporary history, read the contemporary history of what has happened in Europe. Okay, read about the embassies that had been attacked. Okay, so you'll make the connections. You do not have to read so much back in time to make the connections and to see where exactly is the world, or in which direction is the world moving. All right. But yes, from 1900 onwards, there are multiple cases where a pagan festival has been attacked. Okay, this is just holy. Then this is like after so many years it has happened that they had to cover their places of worship. Okay, but this has never happened. But this is the first time it is happening. But again, there will be people out there who will say that this is bad, that is bad, secular, liberal, and whatnot. Okay, so let's move over that topic. So yes, the festivals in this country, the pagan festivals, have never passed down smoothly. Look at what happened in Sambal. You had to deploy a heavy police force just so the pagans, who are supposedly minority in that particular area, that is Sambal, they could peacefully celebrate that festival. And this is not an isolated incident. Okay, if you recall how exactly is the Amarnath Yatra conducted, okay, not even the police for it, there has to be heavy military deployment for the Amarnath Yatra to conclude peacefully. Okay, so this should tell you about this flimsy idea of secularism and the Ganga Jamni Tehzeeb. But more about it, it's like people in our country, they don't want to be convinced. Okay, suddenly they lose their temper and their sense of reason, and they start going emotional into a discussion, and that is where the narrative in our country is stalled. Okay, nobody is moving past that conversation. We're going to work out today. I think I'll do a little bit of pull-ups and then I'll do the barbell thingy. Okay, so we'll do pull-ups because those are necessary. I don't know if I have a good decent back or not, but I like to think that it is at least not too bad, is it? Okay, fine. Okay, like I said, workout for me is all about functional fitness. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I'm not trying to be MMA fighter or a boxer or whatever. All I'm trying to be is functionally fit. So the definition of fitness for me is that I must be able to do my work very efficiently and very quickly. Okay. Secondly, there is this definition. People who usually walk very softly. Have you ever seen a cat walk? It makes zero noise. Okay, so that is the ideal litmus test for fitness. If you're able to walk without making any noise and with a very good pace, that means you have a decent fitness. All right. So we'll do a little bit of warm up. Okay, then we'll work out. So let's see. just fire just to fire up your upper body, because doing a workout without warming up is not recommended. Okay, though that way you can get too many injuries. All right, I hope the camera is proper. Yep, we're going to do pull-ups. Was 5, still a decent count. Yeah, so if you also follow a lot of politics, you'll also have come across this incident of Balochistan. All right. So there is, just like we have insurgency, not exactly, it's not, I wouldn't call it insurgency what is going on in Balochistan. But yes, for you to understand the politics of that place, you need to understand that during the time of transfer of power in 1947, Balochistan exactly wasn't a part of Pakistan. The territory that was given to them was Punjab, meaning the state of Punjab that we have right now, double that size. That size was on the side of the other side of the Red Cliff Line. Okay, that is supposedly today Pakistan. So they did not have the area that we today call Balochistan. They militarily undertook that in 48. They slaughtered somewhere close to 1 million people. They killed a lot of people. Okay, if not millions, it's definitely into thousands, because these estimates you never can be sure. There are multiple, reports about it. So that is how Balochistan came to be a part of Pakistan. It was illegally occupied. Okay, so you should, like I said, you don't need to read the ancient and medieval histories. You just need to read the contemporary histories, and you'll know, you'll understand the politics of South Asia. I hope I don't fall. That's it. That's all I could do. Okay, now we are going to do things with the barbell. Okay, let's set up the weights. So here is what I'm going to do with the barbell. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 exercises, one after the other, without dropping the barbell. Okay, the first one is I'll do a military press with a slight variation. I'll show it to you. Next one will be rowing, barbell rowing. So what I do is I'll work an upper body muscle, then I'll work a lower body muscle, and the last exercise I want to do a deadlift. Okay, because the weight is not too much. Okay, I want to increase the weight a little bit. 4 more kilos I'm going to add, those small 2 kg plates right now. But yeah, so that is going to be the compound movement. Try this out. Okay, if you are crunched with time and you don't have time to work out each individual muscle, okay, this is something that you can use. All right, let's do it. Alright, so there is no scope of dropping the barbell. Alright. Okay, so this is the barbell, this is what I do. Okay, you can watch me, it should be visible. Okay, so the first exercise. Now the number of reps you can vary. I like to go minimum 10, and then depending on the state of the mind I am in, I would definitely want to go up until failure. But minimum 10 is the requirement. Okay? Alright, let's do it. That's it. Now we just stand. Remember, we don't drop the barbell. Okay. The next one is rowing. For the rowing exercise, you need to bend your knees a little bit. Your back has to be straight. Okay. Then you row. You again take a small rest. Then you do a stiff-legged deadlift. Okay, this is for your hamstrings. Very important. That's one set. I do 3 of these. Okay, if you are at a better level of fitness, you should try to do 5, 6. Okay, but keep in mind this is very intensive. Don't go too hard. The weights that you use should be in regulation, and because these things vary depending on the fitness goal that you are willing to push yourself to. Alright, if you really want to get into a terrible, not terrible, that is not the correct word, a killer shape, fantastic shape, okay, then you must push yourself to the hilt. But as much as I don't like to admit it, I am pushing 30, okay, a 30-year-old man, okay, a boy, almost a man. So you have to keep in mind that the efficiency of your body, the efficiency of recovery, okay, the efficiency of your muscle, it's not going to get any better moving forward. Alright, so these things have to be kept in mind, and I am very skeptical about injuries. I don't do too much of, that is why I don't do too much of intense workouts. I used to back in the day when I was in college and I had the whole day to myself. All I would do is eat, go to the college. In the evening I'll go to the gym, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours of working out, okay, intensive. Then I'll come back, have a giant meal, and then go to sleep. But right now, since I'm working, I don't have that luxury of utilizing time the way I want. Okay, there is also a very big lesson in there somewhere. I mean, if you are a privileged person and if you are able to dictate how you spend your time, okay, then you should use that very wisely. Right now, that is 1/3 of my day, that is 8 hours, 8 3s are 24. So 1/3 of my hour I have to trade for money, you have to work. Okay, I am a full-time English teacher. I teach students, various age groups, the people who want to study abroad. They appear for exams such as IELTS, SAT, GRE and all that. So I teach them English and math both. Okay, and then I do a little bit of YouTube, and then if there is still some time, I utilize that in my working out. Okay, and that is why, like I said, I keep the intensity to the very minimum, because I don't have time for proper sleep, proper recovery. Okay, there will something or the other thing will come up. All right, so like I said, if you have time and if you have energy, if you are able to dictate how you spend your time, you must invest in these things. Okay, these things have the best returns. Second set. Two more. Okay, don't drop the barbell. You can stand and take the rest. Last. 2 set done, one more to go. So very recently I watched this Reacher. Reacher is available on Amazon Prime. Okay. I mean, it's too unrealistic. If you see in that the latest season, that is season number 3, Jack Reacher can be seen doing a lot of cardio intensive stunts. Okay. He's going down a cliff, swimming a mile, going through some action, comes back, swims a mile, climbs that hill, and he doesn't seem to break a sweat. I get that it's all for entertainment purposes, but this sends across a very bad message that all these things are humanly possible. Okay, especially for somebody of his size. It's practically impossible for somebody of his size, to do all these things and not breaking a sweat. Okay, that is one. Overall, it's a good action series. It will definitely want to binge watch. Okay, now I'll have to wait for one more Thursday to. There are still 2 more episodes to go, so there will be 2 weeks. Every Thursday they drop a new episode, so I'll have to wait for the upcoming Saturday. Alright. One other one that I saw was The Lincoln Lawyer. That's also a good one. You should see that. Okay. It definitely gets boring in between, but it is a good story about lawyers. It is very similar to Suits. Okay. Think of that. Suits is a Lincoln Lawyer on steroids. Okay. So Mickey Haller is a. If I had to compare who is a better lawyer, Harvey Specter or Mickey Haller, I would say it's a difficult choice to make. But I would go with Mickey Haller. I don't know why. Obviously, Harvey is my favorite. But I still think Mickey Haller is more closer to a real life lawyer than Harvey Specter. Obviously, both of them have their pros and cons. But according to me, Mickey Haller is more closer to real life litigation than Harvey Specter. Having said that, we begin our last set. It's good to keep your knees bent a little bit when you do military press. Okay. It distributes the load evenly, otherwise it will put an insane amount of load on your spine, on your lower back. So, whenever you are doing this upward movement of barbell, it is recommended that you bend your knees a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. Alright, I don't think that was 10, but that's it for workout, guys. I think you should try this out. If you are a better level of fitness than me, do more sets of it, do more counts of it, But keep in mind, at the end of the day, the goal is to be better than yesterday, not be better than the rest of the world, right? So now I'm going to do a little bit of stretching, breathing work, and that's it for today's vlog.